guys, thanks so much for joining us on today's episode of In the Kitchen with Caitlin. Joining me today is my good friend Patricia. She is one of the captains of the Dashing Whippets running team, and we are making for you vegan pumpkin chocolate chip cookies.
I'm really excited because we're about to begin marathon training for New York this year, and for me the best fuel and recovery food for training is vegan food.
Yeah. That's the word on the street. And guess what? Just because it's vegan doesn't mean it can't be deliciously decadent and sweet. So let's get started. So first thing we're gonna do is whisk together all our dry ingredients. So let's grab some of these things. We got some sugar, we got some granola, we got some, oh, this one's flour. Yeah, go for it. And
And you substituted the oatmeal for granola, which is fun.
They don't know that. It's okay. So we got the granola.
But that's good.
It's good. No, it's good.
Makes it tastier.
Yeah. No, so we got, yeah, so typically you can, yeah, so we got some granola in here. I like it using it better than the oatmeal actually, because it gives it a little bit more texture without being like the same like intense crunch of a nut, you know?
Yeah, we were talking about that.
Yeah,
I do not
over.
like, I don't like pecans or walnuts or things like that in my desserts. I don't know why. Never liked it.
Not a fan? Yeah. Tell me what you hate about it.
Well, I love brownies and I like the fudginess, and I feel like the texture of that just gets in the way.
Right. Okay. I get that. No, seriously I do. Because like that's my main reason why I don't like putting nuts in bread. You know, some people love that and it's great sometimes, but I like my bread to be soft in the middle and the chunkiness. But anyway, speaking of preferences, we have this little thing that we do here on In the Kitchen with Caitlin called a foodition, a tradition with food. You don't have to cook it. Whatever, it's fine. But what's your foodition, Patricia? Tell us.
Well, I love getting together with my friends to watch sports. I have my own favorite sports team. I like to support my friends. Oh, I love the San Antonio Spurs basketball team, and I'm actually going to see them for Game 1 of their playoffs in Texas.
Oh my God.
Next week.
Yeah.
So my foodition is when I am watching and really rooting for a team, my superstition includes fried pickles. There has to be a basket of fried pickles at the table.
Okay. When did this start? Like on accident? Did this start on purpose? When was it?
It started on accident last year, where I noticed that once the basket of fried pickles would come to the table, they'd start playing really well.
Yes.
So
they knew. It's like they know.
And every fan feels like things that they do affect the outcome of the game.
Of course, everything in the universe, like, you know, the energy of like fried pickles on your table is all the chi balancing they need to get all those baskets. I get it. That makes perfect sense.
And it's delicious. It goes really well with buffalo wings.
Yeah, they do. And you know, it makes sense because like it's kind of fried pickles is like a southern thing, San Antonio.
Ah, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah,
There we go.
So it all like, I get it. It's, you know, it's not like you're having Chicago dogs and watching San Antonio. It's far from it. No, it's
no hot dogs. No hot dogs for me during.
No. Hi, so here on In the Kitchen with Caitlin, we are on the street asking New Yorkers, what is your foodition?
My grandmother always did brisket for every holiday, Jewish or not, Halloween, Christmas, which we don't celebrate, anything, you know. Brisket is good whenever, so.
Brisket's always good. How did she cook it?
In a great way. I think it was she kept us out of the kitchen, so who knows. I'm sure my mom does, but we just saw it when it got to the table.
That's the only time you really need to see it.
Exactly. But, you know, so when it's time for like your birthday or it's time for, you know, July 4th, brisket, you know, Flag Day, brisket.
I want a Flag Day brisket.
It's good, yeah. It tastes good.
I struggle to keep a completely vegan diet because It's not even the protein thing. I love tofu. I like tempeh. Red meat, I feel terrible trying to run or race, so that's easy.
Okay.
But I love buffalo wings, and I love sushi.
Yeah.
So those two things, and not even, you know, I like cheese on occasion,
Yes.
but I can't. It's hard to go and watch sports and not eat nachos and not eat buffalo wings.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. I never think about it like that, but it's so ingrained in the, especially basketball or like football or baseball. Those are such like ritualistic like sports when you go even in person or if you watch it on TV. The things that come with it, like the standard
Oh no, definitely,
foods, are
definitely.
like those staples. I get it. I love a good set of wings. We love really spicy
We love
wings.
really spicy wings.
I can jump on board with that.
And actually, have you ever made the wing sauce? It's incredibly easy.
Yeah.
It's 2 ingredients.
Yeah, it's hot sauce and butter.
Yeah, hot sauce and butter.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. I made, for Super Bowl Sunday, you missed out, I made buffalo chicken wing dip. So I took the chicken, I took a
I've heard
whole
of that.
rotisserie chicken and shredded it, and then put it all in the wing dip, and put in crumbles of blue cheese and just baked it.
And what were people dipping? What, like the celery and the...
You could dip celery in it, and then you could also dip the taco chips.
Oh.
So it was,
I did miss out. I did miss out.
yeah, that was a good one. I mean, they already know how to make baked taco dip, and if you don't, go watch it. But that's another one that we're gonna have to do. Like, it's
Yum.
one of those. Yeah.
I'll come help eat the results.
You could come help. You know. Cool. So we got our dries. Let's jump into the wet.
Okay.
Hey. All right. So, gotta get the pumpkin puree. Now, I kind of love this about vegan cooking. It's like, so, I feel like it's always like a challenge, so part of my reach, because it's not the standard stuff, but you need to produce the same results, and it's so like chemistry based. And I just love working with like fruit purees and vegetable purees because I love the moisture and just, you know, I think it's fun because it's like, you know, you normally use what, eggs.
You'd
and
use eggs
butter
as a
and-
binder.
yeah. And so to use things like a puree and flax and stuff like that, it makes me feel like I'm like Bill Nye the Science Guy. Maybe not a guy, but ooh, sorry. So I'm gonna put the puree in. If you want to grab the other wet guys and start putting them in, and then you could whisk away.
Okay. I love olive oil too. In baked goods, it adds that extra.
Yeah. Ooh, sorry.
Oh, it's okay. And I recently infused my own vanilla extract because it's really expensive.
Yeah.
It's really, really
Yeah.
expensive to make.
A good one.
Well, no, I'm sorry. It's not expensive to make a good one.
No.
It's very expensive to keep buying them if you bake a lot.
Oh, right. No, because you bake a ton.
And it's actually the easiest thing if you've ever done it. It's you just take 1 cup of either plain vodka or, in my case, I did a whiskey base.
Ooh, yes, you were telling me.
And then you just split 1 vanilla bean down the center and you infuse the whatever alcohol you choose for a month.
Oh, wow.
And then that's it. If you think of how expensive one of the small vanilla extract bottles is, this is going to last a really long time.
Wow.
And you can use it for cocktails, you can use
Yeah.
it for baking.
Oh, my God. That would be a nice cocktail. You know what? I bet you could probably do something.
A vanilla bourbon cocktail
A vanilla bourbon.
with some honey
I
and
was just gonna say with honey, like a vanilla bourbon cocktail. You know, it would
In
be
the
really
summer?
fun with if you beat egg whites with honey in them.
Ooh.
You know, and make like a foam, and then put that on top of your vanilla infused bourbon. That could make a fun cocktail. To be continued. All right. How are we doing here?
good.
Good. So yeah.
The pumpkin smells good.
Doesn't it? It's getting all like liquidy and delicioso. All right. So pretty soon when you get it all smoothed out, all your wet ingredients, which is the pumpkin, we got the olive oil, we had a little bit of vanilla extract, hence why we were talking about it. Get it nice and smooth, and it's like a little like runnier like than it was originally. It's not as sticky, it's a little sleeker and smoother. We'll start to incorporate this into that.
The other thing that I've found too is vegan cooking. You can actually save a lot of money because I found that you use far fewer ingredients.
Yeah,
than
this was not a lot
standard baking. No.
Yeah, not a lot. That's what I was saying. Like, I feel like the purees are magic because it acts as so many different things in the recipe. Because this like helps bind it. It gets it so moist. You know,
I think this is ready, right?
I think so too. That looks
Okay.
great. So now that we've got our wet and dry ingredients as incorporated as we want them, we're gonna combine them. So let's. How about you whisk this?
Okay.
And I'll gradually add this.
Okay.
How'd that sound? Make sense? Sound
Yes.
good? Yeah. So, go for it.
Is it important to incorporate the wet ingredients slowly into the dry, you think? You always see that.
I always see that because I think it's just, it makes it less, this is my guess, is that you don't get like those big rocks in it. You know what I mean?
Yes.
How it gets like big wet clumps that are dry in the middle. It's easier to prevent those. When we get to a certain point, let me know and we could switch over to spoon for your
I would
stirring.
add, I think, the rest of the
Yeah.
wet.
We only have a little bit left, so.
I think that also another benefit of vegan baking is sometimes when you melt butter and then you add it into dry ingredients, you have to make sure that the butter doesn't clump when it cools as it gets into these
Exactly.
things, and we're not going to have that issue at all.
Nope. Awesome. It smells so yummy.
Now, how did you find this recipe?
It's a collaboration of a couple of recipes. Like, okay, I started out, there was this, I was looking on vegan blogs, and there was this one, it might be Eat Bird Food, that had something similar, and like we've changed a few ingredients over many trial runs to like, for example, like they used like, I think simple oats or something, and I use granola because I like the crunchy factor that it adds, like we were saying before, and but the basic chemistry of the recipe was because I just needed to do homework on.
We switch over to the spoon, right?
Yeah.
What do you think?
I agree. Yeah.
Thanks.
No problem. Of how much of what, since it wasn't standard baking that I was used to at the time when I was first like exploring it and wanted to do like a vegan dessert challenge, you know.
Is it really a challenge though?
Not necessarily is vegan baking a challenge. It's more like a fun, it's a fun challenge.
I think it's a challenge getting your friends to eat it once you tell them it's vegan.
Right.
I think you have to just present it along with the non-vegan desserts and don't tell them until they've taken a bite.
Exactly. No, it's just pumpkin chocolate chip cookies.
Exactly.
That's it. And then let them figure it out.
Do you have a favorite vegan dessert? Because I do.
Oh my God. I do too. Tell me yours first.
Okay, I am obsessed with Cinnamon Snail, the food truck, and I will tell people this. They make, bar none, the best donuts. And I don't say the best vegan donuts, I mean the best donuts. The best donuts, and every flavor. And I would put them against any, like, what is it, Donut Plant or any of the places.
Really good.
They're all really good, but I think it's...
Are they like yeasty donuts where they're huge?
No, they're small, but and they're really inventive with flavors, and the chocolate just it melts. It melts while you're eating it. I don't know. I just think.
Yeah, I love that.
Anyway,
my favorite vegan dessert has to be at Blossom and Blossom du Jour. They have this this thing they call the Halo, which is a vegan version of the cronut. And it is absolutely delightful. It's really, really good.
so it's do they also do special toppings or?
Just like it's like the same, like just glazed, just like the way the cronut is, and it's the texture of a croissant, but the like doughiness and shape of a donut. And
I'd be curious to know how they get the flakiness without butter.
Right, exactly. The magic is still there for me because I have yet to ask. But they do a very good job.
Do they have a cookbook?
I don't know. We'll have to look them up because I think they're great. They're like right on the west side. They're in the neighborhood. So, when I'm in a vegan mood, which sometimes I do, like get in a vegan mood, I will order from Blossom. It's great.
How are we looking?
We're looking lovely.
I think it's really well mixed.
Yeah, so when we're good and well mixed and you've got like a sticky, doughy consistency, then we're ready to put them on 2 cookie sheets. We're gonna use some spoons to make some shapes, so let me get that. All right, so we just, now we're incorporating my favorite, the chocolate chips. So once you get a nice smooth texture to your dough, you throw in those guys.
Also vegan.
Also vegan, keeping with the theme.
Semi-sweet too,
Yes.
which is actually not the easiest thing to find.
So where did you end up finding it?
I ended up finding these at a nice grocery store on St. Mark's in my neighborhood.
There you go. Easy peasy, easy enough. But after a hunt.
After a hunt, I mean, in other words, I found vegan chocolate chips before from grocery chains, but up until then, I didn't even know that semi-sweet vegan had existed.
Wow. Now we know.
Now we know.
All right. So, do we feel they're good and mixed?
I think so.
Okay, cool. So now let's, we're gonna start with the funny part. Did I say it's the funny part? Because it's called spooning. So I got some soup spoons because they're good and round. We each get 2.
Okay.
We can do 2.
Now, I'm terrible at this, so I'm gonna watch you for a little bit.
All right. And you kind of just, I just kind of like scrape it off the one spoon. And then it kind of goes into a clump. These expand a ton.
They do.
So make sure you leave at least an inch of space around each one, I think. About. You know, you just keep doing this till you're done with all your batter. So,
The batter that doesn't end up in our stomachs, that is.
yes, because unlike non-vegan cooking, non-vegan baking, unlike non-vegan baking, when you have leftover batter, you can eat it and not get salmonella.
No eggs. How fun is that?
How fun is that? I am excited. Cookie dough that you can eat raw and no one's gonna guilt you for it. I don't know, but I have to say it's really not good for you, but I always like...
Why is that, though?
The salmonella?
Oh, no, I mean the raw... Is it really just because of the eggs? Is that...
Yeah, no,
okay.
That's exactly why, because salmonella is lethal. Also, fun fact that I looked up online, because I wasn't so convinced, like I'm convinced that salmonella is deadly. That's not what I meant. But that, like, you know, because I like for years you'd see things like Rocky Balboa, like drinking like a dozen raw eggs and like living to tell about it. It was more when I read somewhere that the way the protein in a raw egg is metabolized in your body, it for whatever reason makes your hair fall out, like, and get thinner. Like because your hair.
So make an omelet.
Yeah,
Don't
make an omelet, because your hair and your nails are just it's protein.
It is, yes.
It's all excreted protein. So the way that the protein in the raw eggs gets excreted, it makes your hair thinner. Yeah, and I was like, well, I'm done with raw eggs. I was like,
No more 12 raw egg drink before your run first thing in the morning?
No, exactly. Like the thought of getting salmonella never spooked me out of it. It was when they said my hair was gonna fall out.
That makes sense. You have nice hair.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm like, not my hair. I'll drop dead of salmonella, but just don't tell me I'm gonna lose my hair. So how are you doing over there?
I think I'm good. I hope that I have enough space in between these.
We might need another cookie sheet.
Time will tell.
Yeah. Yep.
Or we'll just eat the dough.
Oh yes! Yay! Yay! That's perfection. Make sure you preheat your oven before you start to 350 degrees. These bake up pretty quickly. We did a practice run really fast. So if you have an oven anything like ours, my dad makes fun of my oven. He says it's like the Julia Child stove.
Aw.
Because it's like really tiny and like, because it's not a full stove. It's like, anyway. So
New York oven.
it's a New York oven. It's actually a nice size oven so I know like a lot of people come here and are shocked at the size of my kitchen in person because I guess they get this impression because of how good we light it in here that it's like sprawling. It's really small, guys. We just use space really efficiently, and I'm really short. So in comparison, it looks like I have this huge kitchen.
You have everything you need and it's organized.
Thank you. Yeah, I like to think so, you know. Well, anyway, back to the food. $3.50 for about, I mean, start looking at it at between 8 to 10 minutes. Depending on your oven, maybe if you have an electric or something, it might take as long as 15, but really watch it like a hawk if it gets past the 10-minute mark so they don't burn up on the bottom.
And most cookies, I feel, with the heat, they trap the heat and they sort of continue to cook anyway. So even if you back off and take them out earlier, you're better off.
Yeah, yeah. All right, so let's put these in and get them baked.
Okay.
Because I like living on the edge, we're going to eat some raw cookie dough because we can.
But first, we're going to add more chips.
Yeah.
Because, well, just what you were saying.
Right.
Why not?
Because we can.
Because we can.
While we wait for this to bake, but we're going to chat too. So, you know, we are both
Omnivores, sort of?
omnivores. We're omnivores, but we choose some vegan options from time to time. Personal choice, and obviously, but why for you?
For me, I just, again, even though I'm not seeing how a lot of things are cooked, I assume that it is fewer ingredients, and that even though it can be unhealthy, some of my favorite meals, even though, again, I'll eat chicken, I'll eat fish, are vegan. Have you done vegan dim sum yet? Favorite.
Really?
Yep, I love a place in Chinatown, and it's actually great because I have my best friend has seafood allergies.
Oh yeah, so that's perfect.
So it's perfect because there won't be a trace of seafood anywhere.
No fish sauce or anything. That's perfect.
No, not at all. And it is delicious. You don't miss it at all. And it's a little bit out of the way, but it's great when you're doing a run to end down there, and then you refuel with lots of dim sum. And it's so much less expensive than regular dim sum.
Well, I bet, because there's, I mean, meat and fish are really the most expensive part, I think, in the ingredients list of a lot of dim sum.
A lot of dim sum.
A lot of it, yeah. So, what's your favorite thing that they have there? What's the name of the place, by the way? I don't think you said it.
It's actually, it's the easiest place to remember in the world. It's called Vegetarian Dim Sum House. Ask a silly question. It's exactly what...
there you go.
Yeah, it's very easy. And
It's like who's buried in Lincoln's tomb.
Exactly. So, my favorite thing there are the mock shrimp dumplings. And they come in the steamer basket and everything, and their vegetables are really good. It's just, it's so good, and you'll get maybe 8 plates,
Right.
and you'll share it amongst 3 of you total, and you'll pay nothing.
That's amazing.
You walk out and you pay nothing.
You know what's another fun one? Speaking of like Asian cuisine, there's a really good vegan sushi place that is in the West Village.
I've yet to try that.
Called Soy and Sake Village.
Oh, I haven't tried the sushi there, but I've tried the other food there. It's amazing.
Yeah. Funny story, because there's soy, they give you soy sauce with your sushi, so I didn't think like soy meaning no real meat or fish. I just thought like, you know, soy and sake are both an Asian cuisine. So why would I think anything different? So I went there like several times for sushi and you know sometimes when they do it, it's not like sticks of the fish to like mince it up and like toss it in something if you're doing like a spicy tuna or whatever. So I didn't think about it. And they just say it on the menu as like spicy tuna, California roll.
No.
And I have to tell you, I had been there 3 times before I realized it was not real fish. It's a compliment to them about how good they're able to make it. And the fact that the tofu, so similarly when minced like that, imitates the texture of the fish.
You were having sushi.
I was having the sushi.
Oh, wow.
Yes, it's vegan sushi. Like, but they treat it the same way you would treat like spicy tuna. They would do it like with the sauce, but it's the tofu inside, not fish. Now it's time for everyone's favorite part.
You get to try the cookies.
Yay! Okay, I'll let you do the honors.
Okay, I've been eyeing that guy.
Yeah.
All right.
Go for it. Go for it. All right, and cheers.
Ooh, cheers.
Right.
Yes. Oh, look at that.
We got a bonus chipper over here.
Ooh, they're cakey as well.
Right? That's what I love about these cookies. Because like with the baking soda, it gives it a little crunch on the outside, but the inside, because of the puree of the pumpkin, makes it like super soft and cakey on the inside. So that's like my favorite kind of chocolate chip cookie. Like a little bit of a crunch and a soft gooiness. And it stays that way even after it cools though. Because it's not like an undercooked gooey, it's just moist.
So good.
Oh my god. I could eat like all of these right now. Well, thank you so much for being here and helping me out today.
This was a lot of fun.
Yeah, right? It was a good time. And thank you guys for tuning in yet again. And you can check out Patricia on Instagram if you want, right? If you like the Spurs and want to see when she...
And my cat.
And her cat. And you want to see when she posts about fried pickles while watching the Spurs. That's a good one. At Patricia.
Tirona.
Tirona on Instagram. Look her up. Awesome. All Whippets stuff too.
Also check out the Dashing Whippets.
Check out dashingwhippets.org. And be sure to come back next time. And don't forget your empty stomach.